When teaching English language learners, there are some important factors to consider. Students come to us from all different walks of life. It is important to consider the following relevant student factors when planning to meet their needs. The first is educational background. What type of school, if any, did the student come from? How similar to U.S. schools is their prior school? For example, many would expect a high school age student to understand how school works and even how to hold a pencil, but some students aren't afforded the same opportunities as U.S. students. Secondly is immigrant and refugee status. Understanding why a student has come to America is important. If your student is an immigrant, their family likely chose to relocate to the U.S. If your child is a refugee, they are likely here to escape a horrible situation in their native country. Understanding a student's cultural background is important. An important aspect for teachers to know is whether their student comes from a collectivistic or individualistic country. The U.S. is considered an individualistic country, thus making it difficult for some students to adjust. Respecting and honoring all cultures in your classroom will allow students to feel welcome and more willing to participate. Educators also need to be aware of prior difficult experiences. Getting to know as much about your students as possible will help you serve them better. Some truths may be unpleasant to hear, but knowing them can make a difference in your teaching approach and the student's life. The age of the language learner can make a difference in the ease in which they learn English. It is said that beginning the process of learning English at an earlier age is beneficial, but there are some benefits of beginning later in life. For example, older students have more background knowledge to draw from. Language distance refers to the similarity of languages. Students that speak a language similar to English learn English at a faster rate and with greater fluency than a language with a greater language distance. Social distance refers to how well the language learner fits in with the native English speakers. It is imperative to have a small social distance between the two groups for the English language learner to reach their fullest potential. Psychological distance occurs when the language learner rejects the new country, language, and/or culture and struggles to acclimate. These factors are holding back the language learner from engaging in the new language. It is imperative that teachers step in to help minimize this distance. Otherwise, further advancement in the new language will be limited. In the next slide, you're going to hear about two students that illustrate some of the relevant student factors that were just explained.